Hello students, hope you all are good, doing all the test series and practicing. So let's start the third test series of vision. So for the first question is: the soil develops on crystalline igneous rocks in areas of low rainfall in the southern and eastern parts of Deccan Plateau. They are normally fertile, whereas in dry upland areas of the soil has poor fertility due to coarse grain structure. They are generally poor in humus, phosphorus, and nitrogen. So here are the options. Coming to the first option, it is black soil. Black soil is poor in nitrogen and phosphorus, but it doesn't have poor fertility. So not option A. Coming to the laterite soil is poor in magnesium, nitrogen, phosphorus, lime, and potash. So option B is also not the correct answer. Coming to the red and yellow soil, it is poor in nitrogen and phosphorus, and it has poor fertility. So option C is the correct answer. While coming to alluvial soil is poor in only phosphorus, and it is not found abundantly in Deccan Plateau. It is abundantly found in the northern India. So in the plain areas. So option D is also wrong. So option C is the correct answer. Coming to second question, consider the following statements regarding Kalo India scheme recently seen in use. So first statement is: under the scheme, Kalo India State Center of Excellence are planned to set up in every district of a country. Second statement is: it is a central sector scheme of Ministry of Sports and Youth Affairs. So both these statements are correct. So option C is the correct answer. Third question, with the reference to the black soils in India, consider the following statements. So the first statement is: these soils are widespread in northern plains and river valleys. No, the alluvial soils are widespread in northern plains and river valleys, not black soil. So first statement is wrong. Coming to the second statement, they swell and become sticky when wet and shrink when dried. So only second statement is correct. So option B is the correct answer. Fourth question is: consider the following type of features of China type of climatic region. So the first statement is year-round influence of onshore trade winds. Second statement is fairly uniform annual distribution of rainfall. So both these are the correct answers. Both these are the features of China type of climatic region. So option C, that is, both are correct. Coming to fifth question, which of the following statements is or are correct with reference to the inversion of temperature? So here the inversion of temperature is when the temperature increases with the increase in height, then it is called inversion of temperature. The normal theory is when the height increases, the temperature decreases, but inversion of temperature is when the height increases, the temperature also increases. And coming to the statements, the first statement is: dense forests in winter mornings, dense fogs in winter mornings are caused due to temperature inversion. So this is correct. So when water vapor goes up, and due to the cool temperature at the bottom and high temperature at the upper surface, the water vapor turns into fog and falls down. So first statement is correct. Second statement is: it is a feature of plains and is not observed in on hilly terrain. So this is wrong, because it is a feature mainly found in mountains and hilly terrains only, not in plains. So only first statement is correct. So option A is the correct answer. Coming to the sixth question, consider the following statements. So the first statement is: India accounts more than 20% of the world's land surface. Second statement is: it is seventh largest country in the world on the basis of area. Third statement is: the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of India is roughly 60 degrees. So here only second statement is correct. The first statement is wrong, because India has only 2.4% of world's land surface area, not 20%. So first statement is wrong. Coming to the third statement, the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of India is roughly 30 degrees, not 60 degrees. So the latitudinal extent is 8 degree 4 minutes north to 37 degree 17 minutes north latitude, and the longitudinal extent is 68 degrees 7 minutes east to 97 degree to 24 minutes east. So here the latitudinal and longitudinal extent is roughly 30 degrees, not 60 degrees. So only second statement is correct. So option C is the right answer. Coming to the seventh question, consider the following statements. First statement is the process of convection transfer of energy is mainly confined to a troposphere. Second statement is the process of advection is responsible for diurnal variations in daily weather in the middle latitudes. So here convection means the vertical transfer of heat, like from troposphere to stratosphere, stratosphere to mesosphere. So the vertical transfer of heat is called convection process, whereas advection process is the horizontal transfer of heat. So horizontal transfer of heat means like horizontal, not vertical. It is horizontal transfer of heat. So here in the advection process, in the convection process, the transfer is mainly confined to troposphere. So when comes to troposphere, it is definitely convective. It is a vertical transfer of heat. So first statement is correct. Coming to the second statement, the process of advection. Advection is the horizontal transfer of heat. So the process of advection is responsible for diurnal variations in the daily weather in middle latitudes. So horizontally the temperature is distributed. So because of the horizontal distribution of temperature, change in transfer of heat, the daily weather conditions changes. So both these statements are correct. Option C is the correct answer. Coming to 8th question, consider the following features of Indian peninsular block. So first statement is it was formed majorly out of ancient gneisses and granites. Second statement is the Thar Desert in the west and Karbi Anglong Plateau in the east are the extensions of it. So both these statements are correct. So option C is the correct answer. 9th question, the movement of ocean currents is influenced by. First statement is movement of winds, salinity of ocean and Coriolis force. So the movement of ocean currents is influenced by all these three statements. So option D is the correct answer. 10th question, which of the following statements regarding decomposition of organic matter in the soil is not correct? So first statement is oxygen accelerates the process of decomposition. This is correct. Second statement is decomposition is faster if the detritus is rich in nitrogen. Third, option C is the soil pH affects the process of decomposition. And option D is cool temperature accelerates the process of decomposition. So definitely option D is the correct answer. So here so when we bring meat or vegetables, we keep it, we store it in a cold temperature, we store it in a fridge, so that the process of decomposition decreases. So generally cold temperatures decreases the process of decomposition. So option D, it doesn't accelerate the process of decomposition. So this is not correct. 11th question, consider the following statements regarding peninsular plateau of India. So the first statement is it is a continuous stable block devoid of any rift or divergent boundaries. Here devoid means it doesn't contain. So peninsular plateau contains rift and divergent boundaries. So first statement is not correct. It has rift and divergent boundaries. Second statement is it is formed with the general gradient of west to east. So here only so this one is correct. So they asked which is not correct. So only the first statement is not correct. Option A is the correct answer. 12th question, relatively undisturbed by the crustal movements of the earth formed by horizontally bedded rocks, these depressed areas make some of the most extensive natural lowlands on earth's surface. So the statement given above describes the best? Which of the following? So option A, peneplain. Next peneplain. Next is structural plain, and last one is coastal plain. Now, peneplain is the lowlands which are formed due to the stream erosion, due to the continuous flow of water or any streams. Peneplain will be formed. Next is peneplain. Peneplain is formed just below the mountains. So peneplain is the lower plain areas which are close to mountains. And next, coming to the structural plains, these structural plains only are formed by horizontally bedded rocks. So these are formed due to the crustal movements of the earth. So the correct answer is option C. Next is 13th question. With reference to the sheet erosion, consider the following statements. The first statement is, it takes place on level lands after a heavy shower. Next, second statement is, it removes the finer and most fertile topsoil. The third statement is, it leads to the formation of bad land topography. So here, sheet erosion means due to heavy rainfall or due to heavy flow of water, the topmost soil which is fertile or which is like most valuable soil will get washed away. But that doesn't mean that it leads to the bad land topography. So only first two statements are correct. Only 1 and 2 are the correct statements. It doesn't lead to the formation of bad land topography in sheet erosion. When the deep gully erosions form, the deep cracks develop, the deep wave-like structures develop, and those totally erode the most fertile soil. And in that case, in the case of gully erosion, then the formation of bad land topography can be done. So only 1 and 2 statements are correct. This scenario is found in the gully erosion. Next, 14th question. So the 13th answer is 1 and 2, option A. Now 14th question is, which of the following best describes the process of lithification? So here lithi means stone. So here it is the process of formation of rocks through the compaction of sediments. Simply remember like that. Lithi means stone. So the process of formation of rocks is called lithification. So option A is the correct answer. Coming to 15th question, consider the following statements. The onset of easterly jet streams over the peninsular India, development of high pressure in the region lying to the north of the Himalayas. So which of the above weather phenomena are observed during the winter season in India? So in India, during winter season, only the development of high pressure in the region lying to the north of the Himalayas is the feature. Here, the onset of easterly jet streams over the peninsular India occurs in the summer season, especially in the month of June. So this criteria doesn't include in the winter season. So only the high pressure is developed, which is in the north of the Himalayas. So option only second statement is correct. Coming to 16th question, with reference to the easterly jet streams. Now, so the easterly jet streams generally are caused when so these bring winds which causes change in seasons, and because of this only we get summer, very hot winds in summer. So coming to the 16th question, with the reference to the easterly jet streams, consider the following statements. So the first statement is, easterly jet streams shift southwards during the southwest monsoon period. So here it is wrong. It is not southwards. It shifts towards northwards. Okay, the easterly jet streams shift towards northwards. So first statement is wrong. Coming to the second statement, the easterly jet stream is responsible for bringing the tropical depressions in India. So only second statement is correct. Coming to 17th question, type of forestry and meaning. So first is agroforestry. So it is raising of trees and agricultural crops in the same land. So agricultural crops and trees on the same land, which is when raised, it is called agroforestry. And farm forestry is raising of trees for commercial and non-commercial purposes on their farmland. So in their farmlands they raise trees for commercial and non-commercial purposes, then it is called farm forestry. And in urban centers they raise trees, then it is called urban forestry. So all these three statements are correct, three pairs are correct. So option A is the correct answer. Coming to 18th question, consider the following statements with regarding to tides. So the first statement is, two high tides and two low tides occur during every 24-hour period. Second statement is, they are caused by earth, moon, sun positions. Third statement is, they help in removing the polluted water from estuaries. So here regarding tides, all these statements are correct. So option D is the correct answer. Tides occur in 24 hours they occur two high tides and two low tides. They help in removing the polluted water in estuaries, and they are caused due to the earth, sun and moon positions. 19th question, consider the following statements with reference to the Boltzmann medal. So the first statement is, it is given out in 3 years to honor outstanding achievements in the statistical physics. So the first statement is correct statement. Coming to the second one, C.V. Raman is the only Indian to ever win this medal. So the second statement is wrong because it is not C.V. Raman. It is Deepak Dar who was the first Indian to win this medal, that too in 2022. So only first statement is correct. 28th question, consider the following statements regarding alluvial soils. First statement is, Bangar is old alluvium and is composed of calcareous deposits called kankar. And the second statement is, Khadar is younger deposits of the flood plains and is fertile. So both these statements are correct. So option C is the correct answer. 21st question, consider the following statements. Stalagmites rise up from the floor of the caves. And the second statement is, the stalactites are formed as hanging from the ceilings. So here generally we get confused between the stalagmites and stalactites. So one small trick to remember these both is, in stalactites we find C for ceiling. So they are like hanging, they hang. So like that you remember this stalactites. So both these statements are correct. Option C is the correct answer. 22nd question, with reference to the Asiatic lions, consider the following statements. So first statement is, it is listed as critically endangered on the IUCN Red List of species. Second statement is, in India it is only found in Gujarat. Third statement is, Simba is an artificial intelligence based software that distinguishes patterns to identify Asiatic lions individually. So here, coming to the first statement, it is not listed as critically endangered. It is listed only as the endangered species on the IUCN Red List. So first statement is wrong, whereas both the second and third statements are correct. So option B is the correct answer. 23rd question, India's civil nuclear agreements aim to develop mutually beneficial economic, scientific and technical cooperation for the peaceful use of nuclear energy. So in this context, with which of the following countries India has civil nuclear agreements? So here India has civil nuclear agreements with 14 countries. Those 14 countries are Argentina, Australia, Canada, Czech Republic, France, Japan, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, Namibia, Russia, South Korea, United Kingdom, US and Vietnam. So India has civil nuclear agreements with these 14 countries. So Australia, Canada, Japan and Vietnam are part of India's civil nuclear agreement. So 1, 2, 4 and 5. So option C is the correct answer. Coming to 24th question, Which of the following is or are correct about El Nino? First statement is, it is merely an extension of the warm equatorial current which gets replaced temporarily by cold Peruvian current. So, second statement is, El Nino event has led to delay in the onset of southwest monsoons over Indian subcontinent. So both these statements are correct. So El Nino generally moves from the west to east. So due to that, El Nino, the west warm currents are shifted towards the east, and the west side, which is near the Peru country. So in that country, near that country, cold Peruvian, the ocean water which are deep rise above the sea, rise on the sea surface, and that causes cold Peruvian current, whereas the warm water which is present before are shifted towards the east side. So El Nino generally brings warm ocean currents towards the east side. So both these statements are correct. Option C is the correct answer. 25th question. Consider the following statements regarding with respect to Kuroshio current. So the first question is, it begins off the coast of Japan and flows northwards. Second statement is, it is part of North Pacific Ocean gyre. So here the Kuroshio begins off the east coast of Philippines and Taiwan and flows northeast towards Japan. So first statement is wrong. So the Kuroshio current flows generally begins off the east coast of Philippines and Taiwan, not in Japan, and it flows northeastwards towards the Japan. So first statement is wrong, and second statement is, it is part of North Pacific Ocean gyre. So only second statement is correct. Option B is the correct answer. Coming to 26th question, consider the following pairs. The pass and states. So first is Zojila. So Zojila generally connects from Srinagar to Leh. It is in Jammu and Kashmir, not Arunachal Pradesh. First statement is wrong. Next is Shipkila Pass. So Shipkila Pass connects Jammu and Kashmir to Himachal Pradesh. So Himachal Pradesh is present. So Shipkila passes. This pair, second one is correct statement. Coming to the third pair, Jilipla. So Jilipla connects Sikkim and Tibet. So Sikkim is present. So third pair is also correct. Coming to fourth one, Baralacha Pass. So it generally connects from Ladakh to Lahaul. That means it connects from Jammu and Kashmir to Himachal Pradesh. So any of those two states are not present, neither Jammu and Kashmir nor Himachal Pradesh. Uttarakhand is present. So this is wrong. So first and fourth statements are wrong. So option D is the correct answer. No, option 3 and 4 are correct pairs. So Zojila Pass connects from Leh to Ladakh. It is in Jammu and Kashmir. And here Barachala Pass connects Jammu and Kashmir to Himachal Pradesh. So option C is the correct answer. Coming to the 27th question, which of the following statements best describe hydrological drought? So here hydrological drought means when there is less availability in the water resources. Like, see here, option B, drastic reduction in the availability of water in storage and reservoirs, then that criteria is referred as hydrological drought. So option B is the correct answer. 28th question, with reference to extratropical cyclones. Now what is this extratropical cyclones? So generally these extratropical means which occurs beyond the tropical zone. So it occurs generally in the mid-latitude region. Why only in mid-latitude region? Because this extratropical cyclones occurs between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle, And in the southern hemisphere, it occurs between the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle. So here the Antarctic Circle or the Arctic Circle has high pressure winds, whereas the Tropic of Cancer or Tropic of Capricorn will have low pressure winds. When the low pressure winds and high pressure winds converge, cyclones occur. So where these occur in the mid latitude regions or extratropical regions. So that's why these are called extratropical cyclones. So let's continue with the question. With reference to the extratropical cyclones in the northern hemisphere, where does extratropical cyclones occur? Between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle. So consider the following statements. So they move from east to west. So generally our earth moves from west to east. So these winds also moves from west to east. So this first statement is wrong. So it moves from west to east. And second statement is they can originate over both land and sea. So second statement is correct. So only option B is the correct answer. 29th question, with reference to the direction of wind movements, consider the following statements. So first statement is at the equator, the wind blows perpendicular to isobars. Second statement is the Coriolis force is maximum at poles and is absent at equator. So both these statements are correct. So option C is the correct answer. Coming to 30th question, which among the following ranges form the meeting point of eastern and the western Ghats? The first statement is Nilgiri Hills. So Nilgiri Hills are present in Tamil Nadu and the answer is also Nilgiri Hills. So Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats meet at Nilgiri Hills. Coming to Javadi Hills are also present in Tamil Nadu. Satmala Hills are present in Maharashtra. Nallamalla Hills are present in Andhra Pradesh. So answer is option A. 31st question, it is an arid rain shadowed desert and the driest desert in North America. It extends from Sierra Nevada range to Colorado Plateau and merges with the Great Basin to north and Sonoran Desert to the south. Now coming to this, the above passage describes which of the following desert. So in North America we have Mojave Desert. So option B is the correct answer. It has arid rain shadow region and it is the driest desert in North America. Okay, Mojave Desert. 32nd question, in which of the following continents the equator does not pass through? So coming to Africa, both Tropic of Capricorn, Tropic of Cancer and equator, all the three lines passes through Africa. And Asia also, equator is passed. Europe also, in Europe it lies above the equator. So option D is the correct answer. In Europe, equator does not pass. 33rd question, it is a vertical cloud with the rounded top and horizontal base, typical of humid tropical regions associated with uprising convectional currents. Its great wide globular mass may look grey against the sun, but it is fair weather cloud. So which of the following types of cloud is described in the above passage? So first is cirrus. So cirrus is a short detached hair-like cloud. It is found at high altitudes. And the second is cumulus. So the answer is cumulus. It is a fair weather cloud. So option B is the correct answer. Let's also look into this nimbostratus. So nimbostratus is a dark grey feather-like layers of clouds are there, and it is very thick cloud. Even the sunlight couldn't pass through these clouds. So it is nimbostratus. And coming to the cumulonimbus are very dense and they are like towering vertical clouds. You can see like they'll be like towers. They are vertical clouds. So here the answer is cumulus. 34th question, consider the following statements regarding Himalayan range. So the first statement is the inner Himalayas are also known as Himadri or Great Himalayas. Don't get confused with the term inner Himalayas. So this first statement is correct. The inner Himalayas are known as Himadri or Great Himalayas. And second statement is Kanchenjunga is the highest peak in India and it is the part of inner Himalayas range. So which of the statements given above is or are correct? So both these statements are correct. So option C is the correct answer. Coming to 35th question, the Tropic of Cancer passes through which of the following states? First statement is Odisha, next is Tripura, Mizoram and Assam. So in India, the Tropic of Cancer passes through the 8 states. Those 8 states are Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura and Mizoram. So it doesn't pass through Assam and it doesn't pass through Odisha. Only Tripura and Mizoram is present over here. So only 2 and 3 statements are correct. Option B is the correct answer. Coming to 36th question, with reference to Biological Weapons Convention, consider the following statements. So first statement is it prohibits the development and use of biological and toxic weapons. Second statement is it was the first multilateral disarmament treaty banning an entire category of weapons of mass destruction. Third statement is it was negotiated by the Conference of Committee on Disarmament in Geneva, Switzerland. So all these statements are correct related to Biological Weapons Convention. So option D is the correct answer. 37th question, consider the following statements regarding green hydrogen. Now here green hydrogen is nothing but they produce hydrogen through the renewable energy sources or by using the green technology. So coming to the first statement, hydrogen naturally existing as a gas in usable quantities is called green hydrogen. So first statement is wrong. Hydrogen does not exist naturally. So green hydrogen means when the hydrogen is produced through using green technologies, then it is called green hydrogen. So the first statement is wrong. Coming to second statement, India's first green hydrogen based microgrid project is in Tamil Nadu. It is not in Tamil Nadu. It is launched in Andhra Pradesh in Simhadri. So it is not Tamil Nadu. It is Andhra Pradesh. So both these statements are wrong. So option D is a correct answer. Coming to the 38th question, which of the following movements are categorized as slow mass movements? So first statement is solifluction. Second is earth flow. Third is slump. So here solifluction means the slow downflow of soil with water. Coming to earth flow is the rapid movement of wet earth materials. Slump is a type of landslide. So the slow mass movement is definitely solifluction. So option A is the correct answer. Coming to 39th question, consider the following statements with reference to the temperature distribution in the oceans. So the first statement is the temperature decreases at a uniform rate with increasing oceanic depth. Second statement is the oceans in the northern hemisphere record relatively higher temperatures than the southern hemisphere. So which of the following given above is or are correct? So here, when coming to the temperature distribution in oceans, as we go deep down into the oceans, the temperature increases with the increase in the depth. So first statement is wrong. The temperature increases with increasing depth. Second statement is the oceans in the northern hemisphere record relatively higher temperatures than southern hemisphere oceans. So only second statement is correct. Option B is a correct answer. Coming to 40th question, with reference to the role of Himalayas in shaping India's climate, consider the following statements. The first statement is they shield the subcontinent from the cold and chilly northern winds that originate near Arctic Circle. So the first statement is correct. Second statement is they trap the monsoon winds, forcing them to shed their moisture within the subcontinent. So both these statements are correct. So option C is the correct answer. 41st question, consider the following mountain ranges in India. First statement is Mahadeo Hills. So Mahadeo Hills are found in Madhya Pradesh. Second is Satmala Hills. Satmala Hills are found in Maharashtra, and Kaimur Hills are found in Madhya Pradesh, and Ramgarh Hills are found in Chhattisgarh. So we have to arrange from west to east. So the answer would be option B, that is Satmala. First it comes Maharashtra, then Mahadeo Hills, which is in Madhya Pradesh, then comes to Kaimur Hills, which is in Madhya Pradesh again, and then Ramgarh Hills, which is in Chhattisgarh. So option B is the correct answer. Coming to 42nd question, consider the following statements with respect to the salinity in oceans. So first statement is Arabian Sea shows higher salinity trends than Bay of Bengal. Second statement is in the zone of halocline, salinity rapidly decreases with increasing depth. So only first statement is correct, because in Arabian Sea the discharge of water is very less, and evaporation, so due to the discharge of water is very less, the salt content will be high than the Bay of Bengal, which has a large discharge of water. So first statement is correct. Coming to second statement, halocline is the zone where the salinity rapidly increases with the increase in the depth. So second statement is wrong. It increases, not decreases. So only option A is the correct answer. Coming to 43rd question, arrange the following cities from east to west. So it would be Raipur, and then Lucknow, Bhopal and Jaipur. So option C is the correct answer. Coming to 44th question, which of the following is a characteristic feature of steppe type of climate? So first statement is in the northern hemisphere, only continental type of grasslands are found. Second statement is regions in the southern hemisphere experiences precipitation all throughout the year due to maritime influence. So first statement is correct. In the steppe type of climate, in the northern hemisphere, only continental type of grasslands are found. But in the regions of southern hemisphere, it experiences summer. Like in some regions, it experiences drought situations. So it is not precipitation all throughout the year. So second statement is wrong. Only one, option A is the correct answer. 45th question, with reference to the composition of the atmosphere, consider the following statements. So the first statement is oxygen becomes negligible beyond the height of 120 kilometers from the surface of the earth. Second statement is carbon dioxide accounts for less than 1% of the total volume of the atmosphere. So both these statements are correct. Option C is the correct answer. Coming to 46th question, which of the following Indian states is also referred as molasses basin? Now here, molasses basin are the thicker continental and marine sedimentary rocks that consist of sandstones, shales, and they form as shore deposits. So molasses basin is also referred as Mizoram. So option C is the correct answer. 47th question, consider the following countries: Spain, Cyprus, Jordan, Syria. Which of the following countries given above share a border with Mediterranean Sea? So there are 21 countries which share border with Mediterranean Sea. They are Spain, France, Monaco, Italy, Malta, Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, Albania, Greece, Turkey, Cyprus, Syria, Lebanon, Egypt, Israel, Libya, Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco. So all these 21 states, 21 countries surround Mediterranean Sea. So in that we have Spain, Cyprus and Syria. So option D is the correct answer. 48th question, in the context of astronomy, Consider the following statements regarding Vigil mission. So first statement is it is an initiative of European Space Agency. Second statement is it gives advance warning of asteroids that approach the Earth's orbit. So first statement is correct. It is an initiative of European Space Agency, but it gives advance warning on the oncoming solar storms. Okay, so only first statement is correct. Option A is the correct answer. 49th question, consider the following statements with reference to the semiconductors. So first statement is it conducts more electricity than copper or aluminium. So here copper and aluminium are the pure conductors. They conduct more electricity, but semiconductors doesn't conduct more electricity than copper and aluminium. First statement is wrong. Coming to second statement, its conductivity and other properties can be altered with the introduction of impurities through the doping process. Third statement is it is used for making commodity integrated circuit, microprocessors and memory chips. So second and third statements are correct. 50th question, along which of the following plate boundaries the crust is either destroyed or created? So the first is convergent boundary, second is divergent, third is transform boundary. So here in a transform boundary there will be no change, but in both these situations there will be the crust will be destroyed or created. So first and second statements are correct. So option A is the correct answer. 51st question, with reference to the intertropical convergence zone, consider the following statement. First statement is it is a low pressure zone located at the equator where trade winds converge. So the first statement is correct. Coming to second statement, in winter the intertropical convergence zone moves northwards, and so the reversal of winds from south and southwest to northwest takes place. The second statement is wrong because in winter the intertropical convergence zone moves southwards and the reversal of the winds from northeast to south and southwest takes place. So only option A is the correct answer. Only first statement is correct. 52nd question, it is a natural strait connecting the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara. It separates the European part from the ancient part of Istanbul, Turkey. Identify the straits using the information given above. So here we have, so generally the answer is Bosphorus Strait. So it connects Black Sea and Sea of Marmara. Coming to Yucatan Strait, it connects Mexico and Cuba. Bab el Mandeb Strait connects Yemen and Djibouti. Bering Strait connects Pacific Ocean and Arctic Ocean. So here the correct answer is Bosphorus Strait. 53rd question, which of the following statements with reference to the Brahmaputra river is not correct? First statement is it originates in the Chamayongdang glacier of the Kailash range near the Manasarovar lake. Option B, the river enters India under the name of Siang. Option C, it finally merges with river Padma, which falls in the Bay of Bengal. Option D, Manas river is its left bank tributary. So the Manas river is not left bank tributary, it is the right bank tributary. Option D is wrong. So it is not correct. So option D is the correct answer. 54th question, with reference to differential heating of land and water, consider the following statements. So the first statement is as compared to land, water heats up or cools down slowly. First statement is correct. Coming to second statement, differential heating of land and sea is responsible for the reversal of direction of monsoon winds. So both these statements are correct. So option B is the correct answer. 55th question, with reference to Karivas formation, which of the following statement is correct? So here the Karivas formation is the deposits of the glacial clay. So the first statement is they are found in the northeastern region of India. Second statement is they are thick deposits of alluvial deposits brought down by the rivers. Third statement is they are useful for the cultivation of saffron, a local variety of saffron. So option C is the correct answer. 56th question. So here Karevas means the glacial deposits of clay. 56th question is a geographic region is characterized by cloudiness and heavy precipitation with high levels of humidity throughout the year. So it has no distinct winter season and uniform temperature range throughout the year, and mahogany and ebony trees are important vegetation of this region. So which of the following geographical region has been described in the passage given above? So here, when there comes cloudiness and heavy precipitation with high levels of humidity throughout the year, without any doubt, we have to keep equatorial region. So there will be no distinct winter season and there will be a uniform temperature throughout the year. So it is equatorial region. Option B is the correct answer. 57th question. Which of the following UNESCO Biosphere Reserve is the source of three major river systems? The Narmada, the Johilla and the Son river. So it is Achanakmar Amarkantak. So it is in Chhattisgarh. So it is the source of three major rivers, Narmada, Johilla and the Son. And Panchamari reservoir is in Madhya Pradesh, Agastya Mala is in Kerala, Simlipal is in Odisha. So option D is the correct answer. 58th question. It is a sedimentary rock found out of the deposits of glaciers. The Gondwana system of sediments from India is known to have its counterparts in 6 different land masses of the southern hemisphere. It provides unambiguous evidence of paleoclimates and also of drifting of continents. So the answer is stillite, option B. 59th question. Consider the following pairs. Drainage pattern. So dendritic. So dendritic is like the river flows same like the branches of trees. So it doesn't originate in a hill and doesn't flow in all directions. Only when there is a slope it flows in that direction. So generally the Himalayan rivers are dendritic. So first pair is wrong. Coming to second pair, centripetal. The river discharge is the river discharge their waters from all directions in the lake or depression. So second statement is correct. Coming to third pair, trellis. Trellis is the primitive tributaries of river flow parallel to each other and secondary tributaries join them at the right angles. So even the third pair is correct. So second and third are correct. So option B is the correct answer. 60th question. With reference to the earth crust, which of the following statements is or are not correct? So the first statement is it is the outer thin layer with thickness up to 200 kilometers. Second is the continental crust is formed by basaltic rocks. Third statement is the oceanic flows are formed by granitic rocks. So which of the following are not correct? So all these are not correct because the outer thin layer has the thickness of only 35 kilometers. So first statement is wrong. And next is the continental crust contains granitic rocks and the ocean floors contains basaltic rocks. So all these statements are wrong. So option D is the correct answer. 61st question. The air is said to be completely saturated when? So when the relative humidity is 100%, the air is said to be completely saturated. 62nd question. Which of the following are the contributors to the global development, transmission and spread of antimicrobial resistance? So antimicrobial means when any virus or bacteria enters into our body, because of the immune system it fights the antimicrobial cells fights against that virus or bacteria. But antimicrobial resistance is something even our cells, our immune cells also couldn't fight with them. So due to poor sanitation, sewage and waste effluent, due to effluent and waste from pharmaceutical manufacturing, usage of antimicrobial and manure in crop production, releases effluent and waste in animal production. All these causes the spread of antimicrobial resistance. So option D is the correct answer. 63rd question, consider the following statements. First statement is spherical shape of other planetary bodies. Second statement, different time of sunrise and sunset at different places. Third statement is shadow of earth on moon during lunar eclipse. So which of the statements given above provide an evidence for earth's sphericity? So all these statements are correct. All these provide evidence for earth sphericity. Option D is the correct answer. 64th question, with reference to meanders, consider the following statement. First statement is, they are channel patterns frequently associated with a river in a young stage. Second statement, Jhelum forms a meander near Srinagar in its youthful stage. So here first statement is wrong because meanders occur when there is a heavy flow of water. So not at the young stage. So first statement is wrong. Only second statement is correct. So option B is the correct answer. 65th question, with reference to the protocol of inland water transit and trade between India and Bangladesh, consider the following statements. First statement is, inland water vessels of one country can transit through any route of other country. Second statement is, it is under the overall ambit of Inland Waterway Authority of India. So the first statement is wrong because we can't transit through any route. Only a particular specific route is present through the agreement. So first statement is wrong. Coming to the second statement, it is correct. So only second statement is correct. Option B is the correct answer. 66th question, arrange the following states or union territories with the descending order as per the area of mangrove forest. So we know the West Bengal has the highest mangrove cover, followed by Gujarat and next Andaman and Nicobar Islands and then Maharashtra. It is 3, 4, 2, 1. So it is option B. Sorry, it is West Bengal and then Gujarat and then Andaman and Nicobars and then Maharashtra. So option A is the correct answer. 67th question, recently one Gujjar's nomadic tribe was seen in news. They are primarily inhabitants of Uttarakhand. 68th question, consider the following statements regarding continental shelves. So first statement is, they are sites of major fishing grounds. Second statement is, they contain valuable resources such as oil and gas and minerals. Third statement is, trenches occur at the base of continental shelves. So both these first and second statements are correct, but in the continental shelves, trenches doesn't occur. Trenches means the long deep hole, same like the inverted mountain. It will be a long deep hole in the oceans. So Mariana Trench is the longest, deepest trench. So third statement is wrong. So only first and second statements are correct. Option A is the correct answer. 69th question, consider the following statements with reference to the Stree Manorakshak project. So first statement is, it has been launched by Niti Aayog and Union Ministry of Women and Child Development. Second statement is, it aimed at extending mental health training to one-stop center functionaries across India. So here the first statement is wrong. It is launched by the National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences. So second statement is correct. So only option B is the correct answer. 70th question, dunes or dunes formation are the characteristic features of which part of Himalayas? So generally we have Dehradun. So it is a part of Himachal and Uttaranchal Himalayas. Option D is the correct answer. 71st question, which of the following countries are part of Bucharest 9 or Bucharest format? So Bucharest 9 are those countries, those are a group of 9 NATO countries. Those 9 NATO countries are Poland, Latvia, Romania, Hungary, Bulgaria, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Estonia, Lithuania. So only Poland and Hungary are present. So option C is the correct answer. 72nd question, which of the following can be attributed to the passing of Tropic of Cancer roughly through the central part of India? So first statement is, as compared to the northern India, southern India experiences high temperature throughout the year with small daily annual range. Second statement is, entire India observes overhead sun on the summer solstice of the northern hemisphere. So here only first statement is correct, but second statement, entire India doesn't observe overhead sun, but only southern part of India observes. Northern part of India doesn't observe the overhead sun on the summer solstice of northern hemisphere. So only first statement is correct. 73rd question, with reference to the solar system, which of the following statements are correct? First statement is, all planets orbit around the sun in counterclockwise direction. Second statement is, all other planets have density less than that of Earth. Third statement is, all planets have at least one natural satellite. So here first two statements are correct, but third statement is wrong because Mercury and Venus doesn't have any satellite. So third statement is wrong. Also only 1 and 2 statements are correct. 74th question, consider the following statements with reference to the incoming solar radiation. Incoming solar radiation or insolation. So first statement is, the insolation received by the earth is more at the aphelion than at the perihelion. Now what is this aphelion and perihelion? Aphelion is when the sun and the earth are at farthest, then that is called aphelion. When the distance between the earth and the sun is maximum, then it is called aphelion. And when the distance between earth and sun is very less or minimum, then that is called perihelion. So read this statement again. The insolation received by the earth is more at aphelion. No. When the earth is at the closest point, that is when the earth is at the perihelion position, then the insolation will be more. So first statement is wrong. Coming to the second statement, the equator receives comparatively less insolation than that of the tropics. So second statement is wrong, correct. Why? Because the equator, even though the insolation is very near, the sun's radiation could be very heavy, but due to the heavy, the troposphere length is very high in the equator region. So for that reason, generally the insolation will be very less in the equator region. So only second statement is correct. In the equatorial region, the insolation is very less than at the tropics. 75th question, consider the following local winds. So first is Sirocco, next is Mistral, next is Fohn and the Chinook. So here, which of the winds mentioned above blow over the temperate continental climate? So here, Sirocco and Mistral are the local winds of Mediterranean climate, whereas Fohn and Chinook are the local winds of temperate continental climate. So 3 and 4 are correct. So option A is the correct answer. 76th question, which of the following reasons may be attributed to excessive cold in North India during the winter seasons? First statement is continentality of the North Indian region. Second is snowfall in the Himalayan ranges. Third is cold winds coming from the Caspian Sea. So all these are the reasons that are for the that may be attributed to the excessive cold in North India during the winter season. So option C is the correct answer. 77th question, consider the following statements regarding content delivery network. So first statement is, it refers to the geographically distributed group of servers that work together to provide fast delivery of internet content. Second statement is, content delivery network in India are regulated by the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. So both these statements are correct. Option C is a correct answer. 78th question, which of the following best describes the term gravity anomaly? So the gravity anomaly is nothing but it is a difference between the observed value of gravity and the expected value of gravity. So option D is the correct answer. 79th question, which of the following statements is correct about the group of islands of Lakshadweep? So first statement is they are made up of coral deposits. Second statement is they are located off the coast of Tamil Nadu. And the third is these islands are divided by the 10-degree channel. So first two statements are correct, but third statement is wrong because it is divided by the second statement is wrong because it is not located off the coast of Tamil Nadu. So second statement is wrong, and the third statement is also wrong because it is divided by the 11-degree channel. So 2 and 3 statements are wrong. So option D is the correct answer. Coming to 80th question, types of deserts are given and features are given. Hamada. So Hamada is a rocky desert. So all the vegetation is made up of rocks only. So everything there is rocks. So it is large stretches of bare rocks. So first statement is wrong. Coming to Reg. Reg is a stony desert, like heavy large stones are present. So it is extensive sheets of angular pebbles and gravel. So reg pair is second pair is correct. Coming to Erg is the desert. It is a sandy desert. So it has the large stretches of undulating sand dunes. So only second pair is correct. Option C is a correct answer. 81st question, consider the following statements. Equator passes through the Asian continent. Second statement is no Indian river passes through the Tropic of Cancer twice. First statement is correct, but here Mahi river passes through the Tropic of Cancer twice. So second statement is wrong. Only option A is the correct answer. 82nd question, recently seen in news, Supes and Suvas can be best described as. So these are the artificial intelligence tools for increasing the efficiency of Indian judiciary. Option B is the correct answer. 83rd question, consider the following statements about Duar formation. So Duars are the alluvial floodplains that lie south of the outer foothills of Himalayas and north of the Brahmaputra river basin. So coming to the statements, they are alluvial floodplains found in the Darjeeling and Sikkim Himalayas. First is correct. Second statement is Sankosh river divides it into eastern and western Duars. Third statement is they are useful for the plantation of tea. So all these statements are correct. Option D is the correct answer. 84th question, consider the following rivers. First is Brahmaputra, next Krishna, and the third is Mahanadi. So which of the following is the correct decreasing order of the catchment area of the rivers given below? So here in India, Krishna river has the highest catchment area. Next is Brahmaputra and next Mahanadi. So it is 2, 1, 3. Option C is the correct answer. 85th question. Which of the following statements is or are correct with reference to the anticyclones? So first statement is they are characterized by clear skies and calm air. Second statement is winds in anticyclones blow anti-clockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. So second statement is wrong because the winds blow clockwise in northern hemisphere and anti-clockwise in southern hemisphere. So only first statement is correct. Option A is the correct answer. 86th question. This national park is located along the Western Ghats in the state of Karnataka. Three important rivers, Tunga, Bhadra and Netravati, are said to have their origin here. The animals found there include Malabar civets, wild dogs, sloth bears and spotted deer. The above passage describes which of the following national parks? So it is Kudremukh National Park in Karnataka, And another one is Nilgiri Hills. In the Nilgiri Hills, Western and Eastern Ghats meet. Okay, so here answer is option C, Kudremukh National Park. In this park, 3 important rivers origin. They are Bhadra, Tunga and Netravati. So here Nameri National Park is in Assam, Eravikulam National Park is in Kerala, and here Bannerghatta National Park is also in Karnataka. Option C is the correct answer here. 87th question, consider the following statements with reference to the structure of atmosphere. First statement is thickness of troposphere is greater at equator. So yes, and because of this reason the insolation is very less compared to the tropics in the equator. Second statement is the temperature within the mesosphere increases with the increase in altitude. So in mesosphere, when the altitude is increased, the temperature is decreased. Okay, so only first statement is correct. 88th question, consider the following statements with reference to peatlands. First statement is they occupy more than 10% of global land surface. Second statement is they have waterlogged conditions which limit microbial decay of dead plant material rich in carbon dioxide. So here, what are these peatlands? Peatlands are the wet, muddy regions which stores more than twice carbon than the forest present in the entire world. So peatlands are that important. So in this on Earth globally they occupy only 3%. Okay, the first statement is wrong, not 10%, it is only 3%, and the second statement is correct. So only second statement is correct. 89th question, which of the following theories is or are related to the origin of universe? So Big Bang theory and Hoyle steady state theory talks about the origin of universe. So option B is the correct answer. 90th question, consider the following statements with regard to the effect of propagation of earthquake waves. So first statement is primary waves create troughs and crests in the material, and secondary waves cause stretching and squeezing of materials. So these both are wrong statements. Primary waves, when a region is affected with primary waves, then the entire region collapses. So because primary waves cause stretching and squeezing of a material, and secondary waves are not that effective. So secondary waves create troughs and crust. Now what is this trough and crust? It is upliftment or downliftment of the material. So first and second, both these are not correct. So option D is the correct answer. 91st question, consider the following statements regarding geomorphic processes. So first statement is the exogenic forces derive their energy mainly from within the earth, while the endogenic derive forces their energy from the atmosphere. Second statement is the action of exogenic forces continuously elevate the parts of earth's surface, while action of endogenic forces leads to wearing down of relief and filling up depressions. So both these statements are wrong. Exogenic forces derive their energy from the atmosphere. Endogenic forces derive their energy within the earth. First statement is wrong. And second statement is the action of exogenic forces leads to wearing down of relief and filling up of depressions, whereas the action of endogenic forces leads to continuous elevation of parts of the earth's surface. So both these statements are wrong. So option D is the correct answer. Coming to 92nd question. So to reduce dependence on the import of oil seeds, the Union Budget 2022 to 23 has proposed a comprehensive scheme to increase domestic production of oil seeds should be implemented. So in this context, consider the following statements. So first statement is the import of edible oil has steadily increased in the last 5 years. Second statement is the palm oil account for 60% of the total imported edible oil. So here, coming to the first statement is wrong because We know edible oil prices have gone up, and the import of edible oil has steadily got decreased. So first statement is wrong. Second statement is correct. Palm oil accounts for 60% of imported edible oil, and even India also promotes the palm oil production. So only second statement is correct. 93rd question, which of the following statements is not correct with reference to the western disturbance? So first statement, option A is their arrival in India is characterized by the sudden drop in the prevailing night temperature. Second, option B is it is highly beneficial for rabi crops in northern India. Option C, they are shallow cyclonic depressions originating over eastern Mediterranean Sea. Option D, they are steered in India by the westerly jet streams. So only option A is wrong. All the other statements are correct. 94th question, local storms of hot weather season in India assist in the growth of which of the following crops? So it assists in the growth of coffee, tea and jute. So option A is the correct answer. 95th question, consider the following pairs. Ocean currents and nature is given. So it is the Oyashio current and California current are both cold currents, whereas Kuroshio current is a warm current. So only first and second statements are correct. So option B is the correct answer. Coming to 96th question, which of the following tourist places are also famous volcanic hot spots? First statement is Galapagos Island, next is Hawaii, next is Yellowstone National Park. So all these are the hot spots of all these are famous volcanic hot spots. So option D is the correct answer. 97th question, the terms roaring 40s, furious 50s and shrieking 60s are used in relation to. They are used in relation to the western winds. 98th question, in the context of the Central Bureau of Investigation, general consent recently in use implies. So it implies that the case specific permission to investigate cases within a state is not required. 99th question, as one moves from equator towards pole, they will only observe the decrease in the distance between the longitudes. So only option B is the correct answer. 100th question and last question, consider the following statements regarding the Land Port Authority of India. So first statement is it is a statutory body under the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. So first statement is wrong. It is under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Second statement is it is entrusted with the task of building land ports on India's borders and providing infrastructure facilities to facilitate seamless movement of cargo. So only second statement is correct. Option B is the correct answer.